And in terms of customer acquisition, when you got past friends and family customers, were there certain routes to get to rise above the noise that seemed to work and get you better meetings and better connections with people?
That's a good question. In fact, what we realized is that in the friends and family customer, it is a lot harder because you can't push the customer. You are leveraging the relationship more than the problem. And that's where we started. And we quickly realized that for us, so there is the vanity metric that I've got these logos. Nobody asks you, how did you get these logos, right? And so we quickly realized that we wouldn't be able to build a long-term company around that story. We honestly had to go to strangers and be able to sell, right? And that's where we are focused. We are focused on actually sitting down with companies, listening to what they need, because when we go to companies, they recognize this problem. How do I operationalize my data governance? Right? Data GovOps has to happen. That is the next wave. And as we show them our capabilities, they say, okay. So, for example, I have a notebook here, and yesterday we were talking to a customer and said, okay, what do you want to achieve today? What do you want to see? What are your problems? And so they gave us 6 questions, right? And I said, well, what we will do is we are not going to demo the product like we demo it. We are like, okay, here are all the capabilities. That doesn't help anybody. So these are when they gave us these questions, that is a way to think about the use cases. And so we said, we will answer these questions not by talking to you, but you actually showing you in the product, right? And so that's how we are currently selling, which is listen to the customer's problem and then deliver the product. First, demo the product uh, to answer those questions, and then follow that up with deploying it in their environment so that they can see the answers to the same questions that they put together when we are talking to them, and they see it in their own eyes, in their own data.
Are you at the stage in the market where you're doing a lot of evangelizing about the idea of bringing these three areas together in one tool, or do people just kind of get it?
People get it. There are 2 types of people. One is people who believe it can be done, and when they deploy it, they see it. And the others, so there is, it's it's a yes, or it's a yes but not now. So the way to think about it is, there is recognition of the problem widely, but the urgency is distributed amongst early adopters and the innovators and early adopters and the early mainstream. But I think the mainstream and the laggards will follow.